I'm Finley and I'm from the Rhondda in South Wales. I have type 1 diabetes.
What's been keeping you going the last year?
Well, I had a new PS5 for Christmas, but my PS4, newly PS5, talking to my friends on the headset and, well, my family as well, and having Zoom calls and having quizzes and that.
What was lockdown like in your house?
But at the start, it was like very hard because we all had one room where we were all working in. But now we've all got our different rooms and we were doing like online work. So at the start it was hard, but then we just, adapted to it really.
What was the hardest thing for you to get used to?
Probably not being able to go out, because like my friends sometimes, they would go out on a bike ride and then obviously I wasn't allowed to go out because my brother was shielding. So that was quite hard because I'd be in the house on my own and there's nothing to do then.
So it sounds like as well, before we went into lockdown, you were really active. You played rugby and things like that. What was it like for you when you couldn't do any of that stuff anymore?
Very hard, obviously, because I love the game and it's my second home really. And but we were going up the mountains for walks just to try and keep ourselves fit. And my back garden is like astroturf and we got goals in there. So I was kicking a ball against the wall for like I don't know how many hours trying to keep myself entertained.
What would you say was the surrealist moment for you?
Doing the first clap for carers and being like really scared, not knowing what it was. And I was thinking to myself, like, could one of my people in my family pass away from this? Or I was getting really anxious and really scared of what it would actually do to my own family and all my friends as well.
Did the lockdown have an effect on your diabetes because you weren't able to do the things you could do before?
Going back out of lockdown into school, my blood sugars have been going sky high again because my mother doesn't really know what to do because it's all a change, especially going back into rugby and football.
Before we went into lockdown, what kinds of volunteering did you do?
I had to talk about like what sports and how diabetes didn't stop me from doing anything, and all the sports and tournaments and tours I've been on, and nothing's gone wrong or anything like that.
And have you had to do anything else since we went into lockdown?
I think there was like a Diabetes UK Day, Type 1 and Tech I think it was called, and then I had to talk with Mel Stevenson about, everything that's been going on in lockdown, my blood sugars, how I'm being active.
So now that we're getting back to normal a little bit, what are you really looking forward to doing next?
Well, going to Miller and Carter for my 11th birthday, which was, a year and a month ago now, which is a bit mad. And going to like sports centres with my friends and just having a kick about down there, other than going down the boggy field close to me.